Hey guys, these are 7 signs that you are doing better than you think. Welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to encourage us and I wanted to remind you that you're doing better than you think, and I'm proud of you and I'm rooting for you. Here are some signs. What's the first sign? You're probably doing better than you think. The first thing is, well, before I even get started, you guys, a lot of times where we have this inner critic, right? And it can be telling us, you're not doing enough, do more. You're comparing yourself to all these other people that we don't even know on social media or whatever. And you're probably doing better than you think. So silence the inner critic and recognize your greatness. Recognize that you're amazing. Recognize that life is not something to be done. Life is something to experience. You're on this beautiful soul journey. So give yourself credit, reassure yourself, affirm yourself, love up on yourself, self-love for real, in real life, okay? Don't forget. Signs you're doing better than you think. The first one is that you observe what's going on in this world, but you're not consumed by it. Okay, so this is very important, very, very important. The world can seem up in flames right now, it's true. But how are you seeing it? Like, what set of eyes are you viewing the world from? And that's going to reveal so much about your own inside world. It is true that on the planet right now is crazy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's nuts. From the things happening with ICE in the US, from to wars happening. It's spiritual warfare. When you take a bird's eye view, you realize that there's dark and light in this world. Everything serves. So you have to protect your energy, and you can know what's going on in the world without being consumed by it. Don't let your heart bleed too much, because then you're just going to sink into that low vibration as well. So you have to be strong emotionally and put up boundaries, energetic boundaries. That's why someone like me, and I always recommend that you guys don't watch the news, because when you awaken, you realize that we're being targeted on a spiritual level. The corporations that own the news stations, there's only a few of them. And who are those families? Who are they working for? The deeper things, I'm talking about the real life things on earth spiritually, the dark forces that run the entertainment industry, that run the news stations, that are in control of the media and what the knowledge that you're getting. There's a reason that they only show bad news, like 90% of the time, the most horrific things. They're bombarding you to lower your vibration so that you're afraid constantly, or think the world is dark and evil only, and you can forget that life is so beautiful. But even more than that, life is what we make it. So if you're busy, tuned in to the worst things possible, trauma, fear, violence, division, if you're tuning your energy to that, not only are you going to feel bad, but now you're attributing to that reality on earth. No, 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 no. Don't fall in the trap. Okay, you can know what's going on. See people who haven't like awakened, but maybe they consider themselves, like, let's say, educated. They went to college, okay? So they might think that they are doing something terrific by knowing about every catastrophe on the planet, but they're only lowering their own vibration energetically, spiritually. And so it just doesn't serve you. Pray for the world, but be a beacon of light. Be the example, be the change that you wish to see on the planet. And we're also unique and different and rare. Some people are called to politics or community, like protesting and making a difference. So you have to tune into your own heart to see what you're here to do. But my best advice to you, if you're an empath and if you're on a spiritual path, how you're going to be of the most service in this planet is to observe what's happening, be aware of it, and take a higher perspective. Don't sink into it. Don't let it crush your heart, because it's difficult, it's harsh, but focus on yourself and your spiritual strength, because ultimately God's in control. So it's going to be okay. Signs you're doing better than you think. Ooh, that got deep. The second sign that you're doing better than you think is that you are finding your inner peace, and you're choosing that for yourself every single day. This is a sign you're doing better than you think, because like I was telling you guys, a lot of people see chaos, then they drown in it. They get stuck in it. They get wrapped up in those storms, and there's plenty happening on a spiritual level if there's spiritual warfare, right? But if you're someone who's been trying to find your own equilibrium, your own inner peace, if you've been doing things actively for yourself to preserve your inner peace, protect that, and you're working on yourself, then you're doing so much better than you think. Some ways that you can feel more peaceful in a chaotic world: going outside in nature, connecting with nature, which is alive. So when you connect with that vibration, it's going to instantly boost you. Or eating foods that are alive. I made a huge salad. I'm like, how do I know about all these healthy foods yet I'm tempted with popcorn and granola bars and stuff? It's not enough to know healthy things or to know about peace. You have to actually do it, strive for it, embody it, right? So I had it, made a huge salad for lunch: avocado and tomato and onion and cucumbers and carrots, and with this delicious basil dressing. Oh, it was so good with all these fresh greens. And I had some potatoes boiling, and after I had them, like as a carb afterward. Oh, it was so good. And I was feeling so giddy, so happy as I was editing, and I was like, oh, for sure it's the food. Because when you eat food that's alive, you feel alive. So if you're working on your inner peace, when you know that it matters, then you're doing better than you think. Because like back in the day, when before I knew about too many things spiritually, I would let the outside world determine my internal world. But we're working from the inside out when you're conscious. So when you find inner peace inside, when you find happiness, when you find love, and when you give that to you, when you're sitting in those emotions and on that vibe, it's going to be easier to feel good, and this is what you deserve. But you got to fight for your peace. You got to say no, no, no. Have your swords up to the chaos and to the evil, and choose what's good, what's healthiest for you. That's why the scriptures say focus on what's good for you, things of love, of peace. Focus your attention, because what you focus on grows. Signs you're doing better than you think. You're choosing people who are good for your soul. So good. You are connecting with your soul tribe. You're connecting with like minds, like hearts. Maybe they're different from you in certain ways, but you guys are on a similar vibration. They feel good to you. Be around people who make you feel like sunshine and who you can resonate with. You don't have to convince anybody. You don't have to argue. You don't have to fight. You want to be feeling good because your vibration matters for you and for the world, for the collective. How can you be a beacon of light, a beacon of peace, if you don't feel it? So you're choosing people with intention. And if someone's in a crazy energy, you just get away from them, because that's right. You're choosing yourself. You're choosing what's for healthiest for you. You're loving up on yourself for real, and others. It's because when you're around people who feel good to you, now you're laughing, you're playing, you're having fun, you're joking, you're in a loving vibe. Maybe some romance is blooming. Who knows, right? You're happy, giddy. Life should be feeling good to you the majority of the time. Enjoy the ride. So be with people that are good for your soul, who you nourish each other. You're supporting each other. You're there for each other, uplifting each other, encouraging each other, not putting each other down, right? So that's when you're choosing people who are good for you on purpose. Oh, that's a sign you're doing better than you think. Like, you're doing better than you think, because a lot of people are around people who tear them down or are not good for them, stifling their growth consciously or unconsciously. They're coming for them, or haters or whatever, fake friends. Nobody has time for that. If somebody, it doesn't matter who it is bringing me down, if I feel my energy drop, oh, I'm walking away. I gotta go, because I love myself. And so if you're making these healthy decisions for yourself, it's a sign you're doing better than you think. A sign you're doing better than you think is you're smiling through the BS. You're smiling through the BS, because guess what? Life is gonna life. You wanted to go right, it went left. Things happen. Roadblocks, delays, life happens, but it's happening for a reason. So if you can find a way to dance through the storm, if you can find a way to put your hands together and pray and just thank God anyways, because God has a plan, even when you don't know what it is, like you're not understanding it with your mind. You're still trusting with your heart and your spirit. You're being led somewhere. You're choosing to smile. You're choosing to put on, like, have a positive focus, have a positive mindset, which is so helpful to you in your life. Who cares if negative people will get so mad at you. Oh, fake happiness, what's it called? Toxic positivity, or you just don't integration, like whatever. They're mad, they're negative, they're suffering, they're in grief and sorrow. And you can have compassion, empathy, but you don't have to sink to their level. You need to rise up and for you. Okay, so smile through the BS. I know it can be hard, but just be patient. Every storm will pass. You just got to be patient and increase your faith, and everything's going to be okay. When you're thinking like this, when you can keep a positive mindset in your life, you're doing better than you think. When you are focusing on yourself and you're showing up for yourself, you're doing better than you think. And I'm proud of you. I'm right there with you. Whatever you're focusing on right now, if you're staying true to yourself, if you're honoring yourself, if you're staying consistent, one time for the consistency, you're going after your goals, you're going after your dreams. It doesn't matter if it's rocky. Just stay focused on your vision. Be gentle with yourself, patient, and miracles are going to unfold for you. Everything is going to work out for you. You're so strong, you're resilient, you're powerful, and you're going to get there. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride. See what you're learning about yourself in the process. But if you've been staying dedicated to you, in your healing, in your growth, I'm so proud of you. I'm rooting for you. Stay focused on yourself, because sometimes other people are not doing that. Then they want to criticize you. They want to come for you and pick apart your life because they're not working on themselves. But if you're working on yourself, then that's what matters. Focus on you. Be there for you. Keep showing up for yourself, because this is what you deserve. And this is how you're going to build a deep relationship with yourself, when you keep your promises to you and you're stretching yourself, challenging yourself, making yourself better, which is amazing. You're already enough as you are. There's only a select amount of people on this planet who mediocre is not good enough. They want excellent. And if you're holding yourself to that caliber, if you're striving, if you want not just what's good, but what's best, what's excellent, what's phenomenal for you, you're going to create a phenomenal life because you didn't settle. You kept going. And if you're doing that, if you're thinking this way, I'm proud of you. I admire you. And you're doing so much better than you think. So don't be too hard on yourself, because the go-getters, the people who are ambitious, the people who have vision for their life and who keep elevating, can be the hardest people on them. You can be hard on yourself. Oh, I'm not there yet. Oh, I could have done this better. Oh, this person's doing this, oh, blah, blah, blah. They said this or that. Who cares? Like, you going for it is already amazing in itself. Okay? So pat yourself on the back, big up yourself, celebrate yourself, and realize that you're doing better than you think. Okay, signs you're doing better than you think. If you're being strong, even when it's hard. Even when it's hard, you guys. If you're choosing strength and you're not crumbling, you're not folding, you're doing better than you think. Because it's easy to get stuck in suffering, stuck in sorrow. Feel your emotions. Everything serves. There's a time and place. Don't rush yourself. But also, you got to be strong on earth. Be soft and strong. Know that things will get better. Choose better for yourself. And also, sometimes you have to you have to be in that energy until it passes. Just allow it. Don't resist it. If you're going through something hard right now, don't abandon yourself. Be there with yourself. Stay present. Acknowledge your feelings. Maybe detach from your feelings if you need to. Just observe, this is how you're feeling. Or feel into the energy so it can pass through you faster. But it's a release. It's just emotions are energy in motion. So any tough emotions you're feeling, if you're going through a hard time, process them by feeling them, and then they will exit your body. Don't suppress them. Don't cling to the grief. That's why I want you to protect your energy, because there's spiritual warfare. So if you're feeling in a really low vibe, there's certain entities that will feed off of that energy. And I don't want you to stay in a dark place, in a negative place. I want you to be kind to yourself, love yourself, be patient, pray, purge, try to feel calm as much as possible and find that inner peace, and you're going to be brought into a lighter energy. It's going to pass. Every storm passes. Sometimes if I'm feeling like really down, there's nothing, I've learned to stop fighting it. I just allow it, because maybe it's a day or two and then it passes and I'm in such a beautiful energy again. It's serving a purpose. It's happening for a reason. So if you've been being strong, even when it's hard, you're doing so much better than you think. When you start focusing on what you do want and not what you don't want, you know you're doing better than you think. Be so careful. Our mind can play tricks on us. And just remember, you have a mind. You're not your mind. You can tell yourself what to think. You're the soul inside this body. So be like, oh, my mind is working for me. Crazy thoughts that pass, or if you observe a crazy thought, you're not your thoughts. The thoughts are things and they cross your mind. But if you start focusing on a specific thought, and you get to choose what that thought is, if you start focusing on it and then you start feeling the emotion of the thought, it's going to manifest. But it just takes time, because we're in this realm that's dense versus a higher dimension where it's faster. Okay, so focus on what you do want. And if you can do this, if you can train your mind to focus on what you do want, it's a superpower in this world with all these distractions coming for your energy. Why do you think the news shows you bad news? Like, why do they want your attention so bad? Your attention is your energy. What you're attuned to. Are you tuned into the news? That's what they're telling you. Are you on that channel, that frequency? Everything's vibrational on earth. So cut out the distractions and focus on what you want. If you have a vision for your life, whatever you're trying to manifest, focus on what you do want, not on what you don't. For example, money. Focus on abundance. Focus on being rich. Yeah, focus on it. And it's interesting because maybe things will come into your mind that tell you that's not okay, or that's bad, or that's evil. Do you see how it takes intention to manifest? Because you have to work through those things. Focus on, no, the money is pouring in, versus, oh, I'm not going to have enough for that or this. Focus on what you do want, not on what you don't want. If you want a relationship, you want love, focus on love. Don't be focused on everyone's single and everybody's going to do me wrong. No, focus on what you want. Or if you want to be single, focus on, I'm going to thrive. I'm going to become my best self. Whatever you want for yourself, focus on that. Don't waste your time focusing on what you don't want, because now you're wasting your energy. So if you've been being intentional with your focus, you're doing way better than you think. You're probably in the top 1%. Okay. What's healthiest? What's good for you? When you focus on what's healthiest for you, then you're doing better than you think. Okay, so just remember that life is what we make it. So we could sit down and feel sad, or we could try to make the best of what we have and romanticize your life in every way possible. I'm one of those people who I'm like, should I put these little flowers in my ice cubes? Like, I want things aesthetic. I want them pleasing to the eye, feng shui, because aesthetics matter. How I feel matters. Is going to impact how I feel. I want to do my makeup so that when I walk past the mirror, I'm feeling myself. I want to literally feel those vibes, those good vibes. The music, oh, I'm dancing. I'm releasing stagnant energy. I'm indulging in pleasure. And what's healthiest and for my highest good, when you're making healthy decisions for you, girl, or sir, or my guy, then you're on the right track. You're doing better than you think, okay? This is how you know you're vibing high in a world that wants to try to claw at your energy. Like, no, boundaries. I'm going to smile. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to grow. I'm going to enjoy my life to the best that I can. Okay, and the last thing I want to share with you, signs that you're doing better than you think, is that you're following your heart. You're trusting your heart over everything, okay? Because everybody is in their own universe. You're your own universe, I guarantee you. See, God's living through you. God is everything, but also in you. So when you tune in, oh, it's beautiful. You connect with the divine, you become so powerful, and you're on the right track. You get into alignment. It's feeling good, and that's how your life should be feeling, meaning you're doing what you love. You are being who you're meant to be while you're on this planet. You're eating the foods that are good for you. You're tuned in, you're tapped in. You're not worried about what the next person's doing because you're focused on you, and you're going to draw the right people towards you. You're going to just be loving life. You got to follow your heart. Your heart is speaking to you. Your heart is talking to you. It wants to lead you. It wants to guide you. Your higher self, your spirit guides, your angels. These things are connected to your heart space and your internal world. So it's kind of tricky while you're in the 3D, while we're on Earth. We're so tempted to focus on the outside things and try to have them replace what's inside. It can't take that place. It can't guide you. Other people can't tell you what to do because they're not you. Material things, it's not going to really satisfy you, not deeply, not spiritually, because it's inside that needs to be rich. It's inside that needs to be filled with love and your guidance. You're being led from the inside when you listen to your heart. Like, that's what's going to truly be what's best for you. Oh, I feel like the energy right in my solar plexus. So if you want to align your chakras, if you want to connect to your solar plexus, which is like your power, then you have to tune within. And even your heart chakra is right above that, right? And now you're going to be expanding your sacral chakra, your creativity, because you're tuned into you, your crown chakra, your third eye. Things will be revealed to you. Now you're healing your root chakra. You're like, this world's so abundant. Listen to your heart. I hope this video helped you in some way. These are signs you're doing so much better than you think, and I'm so proud of you. Drop me a comment if any of these signs resonated with you. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in my next video.